Here with AIC head women's soccer coach Matt Johnson. Matt, we're about to kick off the 2012 season. You guys have been in preseason camp for about 2 weeks now. Just kind of go over how that's been.
I mean, it's preseason. It's tough, 17 days. We're at, I think, day 15 now. It can be a long time, and the coaches can start getting agitated. The players can start getting agitated. So you have to try to mix in some practices that are a little bit more light and add some fun things into the mix, and do some things, some team building things. But again, camp is difficult. The last couple of years we've had some injuries, so this year we're trying to do everything we can to prevent that. Hopefully we'll continue that over the next couple of days.
Yeah, you did actually kind of beat me to the punch a little bit here. Wanted to ask you how that's kind of been. It's, the last 2 years really, even the year we went to the NCAA tournament, injuries have been an issue with this team. Kind of how are we looking when it comes to the health of the team?
Yeah, I mean, injuries is part of the game. It's a physical game. This year we've been lucky so far. We've had the stuff that everybody else has, the minor muscle pulls and aches and pains, and you can deal with that. Again, we've been a little unfortunate the last couple of years with some major injuries, so we've managed to avoid that this year so far. We're doing everything we can to try to prevent it from happening in the next couple of days. So far, so good in terms of injuries.
Okay, now just to kind of recap last season, again, in part because of the injuries, a slow start, but we had a very strong finish. Have you really seen that momentum kind of carry over into spring practices and into preseason here? And, how do you think that's going to affect us going into the year?
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, the spring, we actually had a pretty good spring. I thought we played pretty well. The girls trained hard, but we graduated 6 or 7 players, and we brought in 9 new players. So, there's a lot of new faces in here that weren't here last year when we did this, that weren't here in the spring when we had a good spring. So, at this point, we're just trying to mesh together. We've got people from different countries, non-English speaking countries. So, again, we're just trying to find our way here, trying to get everybody on the same page, and hopefully we'll start a little bit better this year.
Now, how close do you think we are to really being able to have the kind of good start you're hoping to? You alluded to a lot of change and a lot of new faces. Have you really seen like the formation of good chemistry for this group?
Well, again, at this point we'll find out on Friday whether or not we're ready. We play a good CW Post team. In terms of team chemistry and talking to the captains and talking to the players, they seem to be really excited about the team and seem to think everybody is meshing together well. Again, whether or not we're ready and we're going to gel as a team, I just don't know. We'll find out on Friday. I think we've done some good things. We've done some not so good things. And again, we play a very good CW Post team on Friday, and then again on Sunday we play a very good Bridgeport team. So we're going to find out pretty quickly.
Is there anyone you can really point to that's kind of stepped up in this group, whether it's someone on the defensive side, scoring wise, just people in leadership roles, kind of a couple players that you're really going to look to kind of pull this group forward and get us to where we want to go, which is obviously a return to the playoffs?
Well, I mean, certainly every year I think you have to lean on the captains a little bit, and then you have to lean on some of the older players. So, I think someone like Sarah Tomlinson, who's in her 6th year here of a physical therapy program, is a veteran. She's experienced. She's had some bad luck with injuries, but she's a quality player, and she's got a great attitude. She's been I think a team captain for 3 or 4 years. So, someone like Sarah, someone like Devan Boundy, who you can lean on, in terms of leading by example. But all the captains really. I mean, they've been great so far. There's been a good voice. There's been good work ethic so far. So again, you have to lean on your upperclassmen and your captains.
Here with AIC senior women's soccer player Sarah Tomlinson. Sarah, we're about to get going with the 2012 season. You've been in preseason camp for a couple of weeks now. Just kind of talk about how that's been going, how the team's been coming together, especially with a lot of new players, 8 or 9 of them this year for a change.
Yeah, we've been doing really well. The first few days we went hard. And then we started getting into more team stuff. We do have a lot of new girls coming in, and we do have 10 internationals, but that's made pre-season even more fun for me. I mean, we have people talking different languages, we have all sorts of stuff going on, so for me this has been the most fun pre-season, and it's surprising how well we've all come together with so many new players.
Now, as Coach kind of alluded to when we were talking to him, this is going to be your 6th year with the program now. You're a physical therapy student. You've had to deal with some injuries as well on top of that. just kind of talk about what your expectations are, or goals you may have for yourself, being that this is really it for you at this time. This is going to be your final season here at AIC as a player.
I'm just looking to have fun. Try not to put too much pressure on myself, being the senior player on the team. But as long as we come together and work as a team, I have no doubt that we'll go just as far as we did 2 years ago. No matter how far we've come in the past, we're focusing, taking one game at a time, and I'm just here to have fun and work hard and hopefully be a leader to all the new girls that are on the team.
We're here with AIC senior women's soccer player Devan Boundy. Devan, we've been in preseason for a couple of weeks and are about to get the season going here in 2012. Just kind of talk about how you think things have been going.
It's been going pretty well so far. I mean, we have low numbers again, but we've overcome that in the past, so it shouldn't be a problem. We have a lot of returners and a lot of new players, and they seem to fit in pretty well and mesh with the team, so hopefully we do well on this Friday.
Now, obviously, it's hard to not notice that injuries have been a little bit of a problem the last couple of years. Can you just kind of talk about some of the things you guys have maybe been doing a little different to try to stay healthy this time around?
This year we've done a lot of stuff. Coaches incorporated injury prevention. We do like balancing stuff, so that way we can try to avoid some knee injuries that we had in the past. So far in preseason, we just had like muscle tweaks, which isn't too severe. We sit out a couple days and it's fine. So hopefully we don't have any major injuries like we've had in the past.
Okay, now just to quickly talk about you, you're a senior, you're a captain on this team. Just from like a leadership perspective, talk about maybe anything specific you've really tried to do to kind of lead this group, which is overall pretty young with a lot of new players this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the loudest person, so I try to lead by example. Senior on the field, I've been there 4 years, so I'm in the middle, so it's kind of my job to help control the midfield, along with Tomo, another captain. We've done a lot of team bonding stuff, so hopefully that'll help us work together as a team and on and off the field, so we're looking forward to a good year.
We're here with AIC senior women's soccer player Bonnie Boornazian. Bonnie, we've been in camp for about 2 weeks now. First game of the year is going to be on Friday out at UMass Lowell. Just kind of talk about how the preseason's been going for you guys as a group, and how ready you think you are for the season to start.
It's been going really well. We've been working really hard. We don't have a lot of numbers, but every girl has put in like their full effort. We've kind of changed our style of play, so everyone's kind of getting used to the new system. We did well in our 2 scrimmages, and we already improved from the first one to the second one, which is all we can ask for.
Now, can you just kind of talk about how the new players have kind of blended into everyone that's coming back? There's always a lot of change. It seems like this year maybe a little more than most with a big recruiting class. Just kind of talk about how the chemistry's kind of been able to develop with the returning players and the newbies.
Yeah, we lost a lot of girls last year, so we have like 8 new players. Yeah, everyone's been really great. Our team, I think, is really good at accepting people and making everyone feel welcome as a part of a team. We are a family, so we make sure everyone feels like they're a part of the family. And the new girls, especially the non-English speaking ones, fit right in, and they're just perfect with our goofy kind of sense of team.
Now, just to kind of talk about you real quick, you've been one of our leading scorers the last couple of years. Obviously 2 years ago, you unfortunately, got injured when you were, scoring in bunches. Do you really feel like you're back to where you were before you got hurt, and kind of what your expectations are really for yourself with this group?
I hope so. I think I'm old now, but yeah, I mean, I came in as ready as I could be. We are a lot of prone to injuries, unfortunately, but hopefully I can just do my best to help the team out in any role that coach puts me in or any role that the team needs me. That's all I can really do. It's like all of us as one, so I'm just going to do whatever I can to help everyone.